Hello everyone, this is Too Much Flower back at it again. In our last installment of Is This Character Goated, we talked about Kim from Miraculous Ladybug, and today we're going to be talking about Kim from Miraculous Ladybug. People often ask me, after watching the Kim video, why does this video not answer any of my questions about Kim? And why do I only have more questions about Kim? Well, to that, I'm going to answer some questions about Kim. But I'm going to take us all back to a certain series that some of us may love in our hearts, by Akira Toriyama. Dragon Ball, eventually becoming Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super, and then the latest installment, Dragon Ball Daima, shows exactly how interpreting a Chinese myth can lead to amazing storytelling with new dramatic settings and the such. In each installment, Goku must overcome unbeatable odds and prove himself to be the warrior of the heavens, Son Goku. This is based upon Journey to the West, a beloved Chinese folklore story that goes over the Monkey King and his conquest of going to the West. So, throughout all of the world, there are many people who have tried to adapt this story to whatever they need, and particularly in the Western culture, there seems to be a little bit of a disconnect between adaptations of the Monkey King, simply because this is Asian folklore, and this is Asian mythology. However, Miraculous Ladybug decides to conquer this by adapting the eponymous character of the Monkey King and putting him into the powerful panther leg beating race power of a certain Kim. Now, Kim, as I've already discussed, is goated. However, I'd like to just put a little bit of light on why he specifically was chosen to have the Monkey Miraculous, which, as well as Goku, adds to his Monkey King origins. The Monkey Miraculous is intended to have fun and interesting effects that are comedic in nature, and Kim is a dumb himbo who I love dearly. Now, you might think, well, he's a dumb himbo who Too Much Flower loves dearly, but who is he? And what kind of character is he? Well, you see, he plays the stupid jock role, and almost fumbles a red-haired baddie. Now, here's the issue. There's this, but then there's also the Monkey King, where there oftentimes being the Monkey King or being similar to the Monkey King in retellings of Journey to the West requires you to be both really good at fighting and also like kinda silly. And I think the dumb himbo archetype actually does mirror that pretty well, because Kim is an athlete and he's a little dumb and a little stupid, but he's not necessarily a trickster. And he's not necessarily good at fighting, because there are two characters who actually are good at fighting in this show, and their names are the main characters. Not even the main villain is that good at fighting. Even with most of the miraculous, he can barely take down the two main characters. But then in the movie, he's just like, nah, kinda poop 'em on, you wouldn't understand. And then he just kind of just absolutely mogs on the both of them and is just fantastic. But that we're not talking about the movie. We're talking about Kim. Now, Kim does like a couple of things, and he's pretty relegated to being the side of the cast. And the side of the cast of Miraculous Ladybug is, let's just say, unimportant. But as a devoted fan of Kim, I must present to you just how strong I think his ability could be. Now, Kim can make any item turn into a goofy, stupid item instead. So, let's say you're fighting someone with a gun. That gun is now a banana. Okay, now let's say you are fighting someone with magic karate powers. Their magic karate powers are now stupid karate powers. That's not actually how it works, but that's how I wish it would work. Because then Kim could be like, monkey, monkey. And then, yeah. What was I talking about? Oh, right. So honestly, Kim hasn't done that much. So I've essentially spent 12 minutes in total talking about a character who has admittedly received screen time, but has had very few lines, very few episodes centered upon him. And honestly, his characterization is pretty simple, but a little lacking. But I would like to draw attention to the fact that although he is not exactly the most beloved character in the series, Miraculous Ladybug's biggest fan and biggest contributor, Too Much Flower, has spent almost all of his Miraculous Ladybug videos on Kim. And so, if anything is to be drawn from this video, I want it to be this. Kim is goated. And also, you just wasted 7 minutes of your life listening to a man rumble in a half whisper about a monkey boy who's a little silly sometimes and who likes to, I don't know, he has a big stick and is like off-brand Goku, and yeah, so that's me.